Lucky Day drop.
Algorithm.
Algorithm.
It was my lucky day when Camila Cabello. Oh.
It was in your algorithm?
Oh, God. New Lucky Day.
Lucky Day got it. It is Miguel, Frank Ocean bag, his alternative R&B still, but with guitars.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it.
Is that still considered R&B?
Alternative.
Bro, I'm lost on
Alternative
a couple of
R&B.
these new genres, to be honest with you. I don't even know what to call some of these. It's like some fusion shit.
Yeah.
You like that part?
Yeah, I love it. There's definitely some times where he probably gets a little too Anderson .Paak. There's a couple times where he gets a little too Fauntleroy, fucking Frank Ocean-y. But I love that kind of subgenre of R&B, so I really enjoyed it. It's enjoying Blame with Teddy Swims.
I was about to ask, how's the track with Teddy? Yeah.
This shit is hard. I really enjoyed the album, yo.
I like that. Nigga can sing. That nigga can sing.
That song is hard.
Not mad at that.
That song is indeed hard. What was the name of that song?
Blame. Yeah, Think Different is tough too. This is a little more. It's alternative R&B, I guess is how I would describe it. I don't know. I enjoy that shit.
Okay.
That shit is tough to me.
That first record was hard that you played.
Why you was mad, Joe?
I was mad at it. I ain't gonna lie. Lucky Day is my man too. Shout out to Lucky Day, friend of the show, friend of the pool party.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Big curator of vibes. Way too many Lucky Day slaps go in the late night playlist for me to say too many bad things about him. But with his sophomore album, I was expecting to add to that playlist. And
isn't this his third album?
They say it's his third.
This is not his third album.
Okay.
Keep going. We'll fact check it.
I don't give a fuck what the facts say. Because they're going to try to...
Well, I think they lumped... What they did, they put
took
two
the
EPs.
EPs together, packaged it as a project, but his debut album from the label was the Candy Drip.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So this is his sophomore project. It's probably his third project, but his sophomore album. I was just expecting a little bit more like...
A little sexy time?
Yeah, man. A little more in the misunderstood bag, the floods bag. His last album was just great. Like, great. It incorporated some of the funk elements, but was a lot of R&B. I just feel like the ballad is dying, and if the people that can sing aren't going to continue to do ballads or bridges, not talking about him, but then what the fuck? Yeah, he just totally abandoned that for me, and I'm too used to that from artists. Like you say Miguel, but Miguel, for me, flourished early, peaked at Kaleidoscope Dream, and has been kind of stuck in trying to capture what he did with Kaleidoscope Dream. So,
well, everything after Kaleidoscope Dream felt forced with him a little bit. This album didn't really feel forced to me, particularly for Lucky Day. I don't think he should stay there, maybe, but...
It doesn't sound forced, and it doesn't feel forced. I mean, as a day one Lucky Day fan, I just miss some of that. You got the classic remix over Alex Isley. Like, his sound, he spent so many years getting into this sound, so just to make such a hard left caught me by surprise. I'm not saying I don't enjoy the project. I am going to go back to it, but I was looking for the ballad.
Okay.
I was looking for that Lucky Day signature track that when you go on tour, this song wasn't promoted, but this whole building is going to sing that song. I was looking for that.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't there for me. Especially after Table for Two, like he been... I wonder if they count Table for Two as an album.
No, they don't. It's Painted. Painted is the one that is the first album. That's the one that they're calling the album.
Yeah.
They can't trick
It's
that.
And
Painted,
then Candy Drip, and then this.
Oh, please. Yeah, I was just a little disappointed as a day one Lucky Day fan, but if this is what him and his team feels he needs to do to grow, then so be it. I'll wait around. I got to wait around to see what the third project is now. You might be telling some type of story.
Yeah.
Every album might do something different. I don't know. Oh, my phone? Oh,
yeah, you over there jamming. That's cool.
Yeah, but congratulations to them.
Yeah, for sure.
You just don't make Roll Some Mo and just leave it.
Floods, Misunderstood.
Dog, come on, man. Nah, man. Come on, I'm standing on this. Oh, come on, man. I can't let that.
Let me ask you a question, Joe. If the first, and I'm not as familiar with his full discography as you guys are.
I am.
But if the first 2 EPs, which turned into that first album, and the previous album, Candy Drip, are a particular sound, and maybe they didn't get him where he feels he wants to be, so would he be wrong for trying to try something different to move on to just experiment with something different?
If you're asking me, I say yes.
Why?
Me too.
You have to give something enough time to materialize to see what you can get from it anyway.
Mature.
2 albums, your second album or whatever you want to call this is too early in the journey for that.
Okay, but I'm looking up dates. So
Butterfly was the second album.
I don't agree with
Butterfly.
I don't agree with what he's saying.
Super hard left.
But I'm just saying the first 2 was 2018, 2019. Then you do Candy Drip, which was 2021, and now you're coming back. That's a long enough gap to say, all right, I've done that for 4, 5, 6 years. Now let me try something different.
Go ahead. I just don't think that you're building on. I don't think that you're adding to the equity that you built. You're starting something new.
So to your point, you said if it didn't work.
Yes, to his standard,
But it
to whatever he wanted to be.
But it did work because it still
work.
landed you a fan base that is really in
Rabid.
love with Lucky Daye.
And he toured, and he took off for 3 years, which
So
says
You got a fan base from that.
Now, I will say, to your guys' point, I'll get on your side for a minute. Them funk albums from the 70s and 80s and alternative albums still had ballads on them. Like, you could have put a ballad on here and it would have been
I agree.
fine. Like,
So y'all are saying he abandoned the sound completely, this album.
I'm saying,
No,
I'm saying
the
for the
ballad.
most part, I'm saying for not abandoned because this is still his sound. Like he likes the funk shit, but yeah, what we have come to love from him, yes, well, he 100% left that shit.
That's
Yes.
my point. Like
There's
if you
no
want-
song on here to fuck to.
There's not.
well,
Hey,
nah,
why I order, yo.
That was fire.
You know what I mean?
That was fire.
I agree. I couldn't agree more, Melissa Ford. There's no song on here to fuck to. Wasn't an original thought. Yes, you need a song on here to fuck to.
you can fuck to some alternative shit now.
Sure.
Fam, I fucked to the RZA.
And you right.
Fact.
Liquid
Fuck to the background.
Fuck the rock album, nigga. La 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 la. I turn up to that shit, nigga.
No, what I'm saying is, I think that if you've created a fan base, and your fan base is because Lucky Daye got a fan base.
Yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
he
I
does.
think you got to give them something. Even if you're going to make a creative turn, I still think you need to feed your fan base.
I agree with that.
5 or 6 joints, and then even if you want to make a hard left, do that other shit too.
I think you should put less of the hard left and more of what the fans want.
Give them something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give 'em
and
some
then
of the original shit that
see
they've been a
see
fan
the
for.
feedback of how they feel, and then you go off.
Because
that.
we hear a lot of artists be like, this is where I was at right now. This is the mood I was in right now when I did this project, trying something different. I think we should at least offer them the ability to try it. Now, let's say he come back in a couple months with a project that is exactly what y'all been waiting for, because hey, I tried this. The reception wasn't what I wanted. Let me get back to what works.
Yo, we got to stop
I'm not
saying
mad
the
at that, yo.
reception wasn't what I wanted from an act that's in album 2 and 3.
But as y'all just sat here and said, y'all are not receiving this album
That
the way you received the previous
that
one.
train of thought is why there's no such thing as artist development.
You get what I'm saying?
That train of thought is why there is no artist development.
What you mean? Tell me more.
Because it's sad that the R&B people feel like the R&B tree is not bearing enough fruit, so immediately the first chance they get, they try to rebrand into pop, rock, alternative, or something
You don't know
else.
that was the reason why he did that. He might just like some fucking.
Yeah, he might just like
could
a
really
different
just be
sound.
into
Wanted to
that
do
shit
it this
right
time.
now.
Got it, but I'm replying to
I know.
Ice saying what he just said about, hey,
Reception.
you put that out, maybe your team didn't feel like they got what they wanted from it.
That's possible. But I don't know if that's.
I don't know that to be
I don't know if
true.
that's
I'm talking
but-
about with this project here. Y'all are hardcore Day One Lucky Day fans, and y'all are not really taking.
Satisfied.
I'm not thrilled.
I like it.
Well,
I
he's
like
thrilled.
it.
He's thrilled.
like you.
I'm not
Joe was
thrilled.
not
Mel,
The-
Joe,
no.
y'all are not
The
really
track,
sitting here.
I'm not
the
thrilled.
track.
I will say Joe historically. Sorry to cut you, Mel.
Yeah.
Joe historically never likes the experimental album when it first comes out. All the time I've known Joe when fucking Yeezus came out or To Pimp a Butterfly or anything that was just like, oh, I'm taking the weird left turn. He never likes it.
To Pimp a Butterfly, though, made sense with what was going on at the time. So
Politically,
it's not
yeah.
about what I thought about it musically. It was important for the time and it made sense. Yeezus, I still stand by that was some bullshit.
Same.
That was some bullshit.
I like half of it. Anyway.
I got three.
I like
three
Blood
songs,
on the
three
Leaves.
songs. Bound 2, Blood on the Leaves, and New Slaves are the only 3 I like off that album.
I just think music is
But
a fucked up
anyway, we're not
place
talking about that.
where Lucky Daye fans have to wait 3 years for an album, and then there's no precursor to let us know that you're taking this hard left. Your
Okay, see,
leaks,
that I agree.
your leaks were with Babyface, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Bruno
they was
Mars.
on, huh? See, that's my other problem. Bruno Mars. It's Bruno fucking Mars. That's the problem with this Lucky Daye project.
No, you only did the one record. It still demounted the majority of it.
How much did Lucky Daye do of the Silk Sonic project? And how much did Lucky Daye do of the new Bruno project you haven't heard? Lucky Daye has been working closely with Bruno Mars.
Okay.
And I can hear it. And I don't want to hear it. I want to hear Lucky Daye. It's the same thing I was saying to fucking Eminem when we was doing all of that shit over there. Hey, this is cool. But Slaughterhouse fans want to hear Slaughterhouse.
Right.
Not Eminem.
New Joe Budden.